Hello and welcome to another episode of the Benchwarmers podcast. We're back again following last week's episode talking about football, but instead this episode we're going to be talking about our university fixtures as it's been Varsity again for another year. Obviously last year Harrison and I talked about Varsity and how obviously Cov Uni lost the overall tournament, but it's been 35 years running now. And we've lost all 35, so it's come pretty standard and common here. But
you can't say that. We've been all right, haven't we?
We've been all right. Like we've won a few games here and there, but I'd say the overall tournament, right? We have lost them. Like, let's be realistic. Everyone knows that. We go there for vibes. That's what Coventry and University brings to Varsity. We bring vibes. We bring the fun. We bring the atmosphere. We do
bring
everything.
The energy. We bring the entertainment. Even though we do lose, we try our best, and that's all that matters. Okay. The first game we watched of the day, it was it cheerleading, Matt? I'm pretty sure.
It was cheerleading because we rocked up at 9 a.m. in the morning. Obviously early start, and we got there waiting. And our first game we were supposed to watch, right? It was men's basketball. But that was at 11, so we had 2 hours to kill. Yeah, so we were just sitting there waiting.
Drinking the free Red Bulls, drinking coffees.
No, exactly.
Eating flapjacks, I don't know, you know what I mean? I was trying to waste 2 hours, really. But the cheerleading was pretty good fun, wasn't it? I was quite surprised that I had, like, about 4 or 5 different teams. They had about at least 60 players, or 60 people in their team.
Warwick came to the event showing up for cheerleading out of all things, and they had like 3 different dance routines, and we had the one.
Yeah.
And like each of their teams, right, they had like 20, 30 people, I want to say.
A little bit of a disadvantage, wasn't it?
It was a bit.
On our side.
But I must admit, I think our performance was probably one of the better ones out of all of them, let's be honest.
I'd like to think so.
Because I know nothing about cheerleading, right? I don't know about the base standard. Like, you got pom-poms in your hand and you shake them around a little bit.
I watched High School Musical, and that's all I can say.
Exactly. So that's like our knowledge is High School Musical. But from what I could tell, it's a bit of dance mixed with a bit of like acrobatics almost.
Yeah.
So I think it was more of a performance. I'm not sure if they got resulted on that or like marked on it or anything.
Yeah, I don't know how it was judged, but
I think they were just there.
I'm going to say Coventry won.
I want to say Coventry won that as well because I thought we were just better. But it was a good little start to the morning. I think it woke everyone up.
Yeah, I liked how like everybody was doing. They were like, how they was doing like a triangle position, something. I don't know what you'd call it, but how it was a pyramid. Sorry. Yeah, that was really stupid from me. A pyramid. They was all doing a pyramid. The other team didn't do that. Warwick didn't do that. So I think we had a slight edge in that position in that dance routine.
I think we did. We took more risks.
Yeah.
And in the end, the performance was better.
Yeah, I would say so.
But first game, right? Obviously that happened, and then men's basketball first came along. We would have expected a close game, right, for this?
Yeah.
Obviously, our first team, I think we were missing a few of our actual first team players because I didn't recognise half that team.
A few of them didn't turn up or had injuries or something like that, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, so I think a few of our team, like strongest team members were missing.
Yeah.
But in the end, I don't think it was that far like difference in the game because like the first 2 quarters, right, I thought we were pretty close.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we were trailing by, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 points for the majority of the time. But it was pretty even. It was like back and forth the entire time. We were each scoring. And then second half comes along. Halftime show goes with another cheerleading act. And then third quarter, I just felt like we dropped it like massively because we lost like a majority. I think it was like 20-ish points.
Yeah, no, I agree. I don't know what happened after half time, but we sort of just like dropped off and we sort of kept on. They kept on scoring points, and there was a large period of that game where we didn't score for a good like 5 to 10 minutes. I'm pretty sure, and it was a little bit strange. I don't know how Warwick sort of managed to get that lead, but they kept on doing the same sort of move, passing out wide, getting those 2-pointers, driving into the defence or into the box, and scoring those 2-pointers, getting those free throws. It was a little bit annoying, but a little bit frustrating. I think probably could have done a little bit better in hindsight, but I think in the last fourth quarter they did good to sort of bring the score down a little bit.
Yeah, obviously, going off of you, we did bring the score down a little bit, but we were shut off for I think we timed it. It was like 7 minutes of the game. We just didn't score.
Yeah.
I think it actually rolled on to the fourth quarter where we still hadn't scored, and it was like the first few minutes of the fourth quarter. That's when we started picking up the points again.
The men's game, it ended 79-63, didn't it?
Yeah.
So it was a little bit frustrating, but not too many points in it. Only about quick maths. I think that's 16 points. I'm pretty sure. Is it?
I'll go with what you say because my maths is kind of shocking.
I won't disagree there. Okay. Yeah, I think overall it was pretty good. We started off good in those first 2 quarters. I think the third quarter we just sort of fell away, and it was a bit unfortunate for our team. But hopefully we can always come back this season, the rest of the season, and next year as well.
Yeah, exactly. We will always come back next year swinging.
Yeah.
But following the basketball, we had women's volleyball.
Oh.
Our favourite,
Yeah.
because we commentate on that most weeks, like most of the time.
Definitely try to, don't we?
I mean, men and women. So I think volleyball is probably the sport we're surrounded by the most.
Mm-hmm.
So we went into that like quite excited, right? We thought both our teams could win because both of our teams, right, in the league, we are very strong. Like I mean, sure, the women's team, they have been on a bit of a losing streak, but nonetheless, we are still like a very strong team this year. I think we've got a whole new squad, and
also going into it as well, previously in the last varsity, volleyball was only one of the games that we won. I'm pretty sure women's volleyball wasn't it, Matt?
I think it was both the volleyball teams that won.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So like, I think volleyball won varsity last year. So this was coming into this varsity. We were expecting to win again, but it just didn't happen, did it?
Unfortunately not. We sadly lost 3-0. Warwick sort of slightly dominated the game, and we couldn't really find our feet, really, could we? It was a little bit frustrating. You know, everything we tried just didn't really work out, and they were the better team on the day, and they did get the win.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what happened. I mean, 3-0 for the women's, 3-0 for the men's. I think for the men's game, I think 2 of the sets weren't even close. It was like 25-12, and then another one was like 25-16. So
yeah, I think one difference from last year though, there was a lot of new women players in volleyball in their volleyball team. So I just think maybe, I don't know. Surely they've had a lot of games this season, so maybe it was just an off day for them. I don't know, but do you reckon it was still sort of like trying to find their feet in terms of playing together and sort of trying to find their roles?
I don't think so, no,
what do you
because
reckon?
that team, they've been strong throughout the season. They've been playing these games. It's been since September they've been playing together.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So they know each other well. They know what they can do. I mean, I think some of the players, I can't remember who it was. I think it was like the one who was playing on the net. I think her name was Zara. She was like diving for the ball, defending it pretty well. And, we got a few of those points saved because of players like her.
Yeah.
And, it was just disappointing to watch in the stands because you see those plays, right? You see how hard they put effort into it. And then we still go and lose 3-0. I don't even think Warwick was that strong that day. Like, they just got the easiest points ever. So I'm not sure what happened. It's a little disappointing, but again,
there was a few points that we sort of gave to them. Really,
we shouldn't have conceded. Yeah,
yeah. We sort of like hit the ball at the net a few times where you think to yourself in hindsight maybe we probably shouldn't have done that. But it's sort of bad looking back saying that because it's a bit annoying, isn't it? Really.
Yeah, and I think another disappointing thing, right, with the men's team specifically, I think we spectated how many, 2 or 3 of their games, 4.
The men's
probably
volleyball?
more than that.
Yeah, I'd probably say like 4 or 5 maybe at this point.
I think one of them they were playing Warwick, and in that game we smashed them. I think it was like 3-1.
Yeah.
So we absolutely dominated Warwick in the league, like on a Wednesday. And we came into this thinking, oh yeah, we'll just do it again because it was the same Warwick team. It looked exactly the same as when we faced them the other time, and we had the exact same men's team from when we beat them. So that's just disappointing again because we lost 3-0. Like. How have we gone from winning 3-1 to 3-0?
It's really frustrating, isn't it, man? What can you say? It's really annoying because maybe we are away from home. Do you reckon that plays a part? Do you reckon being at Warwick,
do you know what it is?
The Warwick Stadium?
Do you know what it is? Do you know what it is?
The Warwick
it's
facilities.
those damn ceiling in our sports centre.
Oh.
It's missing that. That's why we lost. It's because the away teams, they always, without fail, they hit the roof.
Yeah.
Because it's that low here.
You can't be. That is some crazy.
It's some conspiracy theory there.
Yeah, you can't blame that. Surely not at all, Matt.
Well, you see how many times it gives away points here, so you never know.
Yeah, a good like 10 points. That does happen quite a few times. To be fair, it is quite high in the Warwick facilities, isn't it? But I wouldn't blame that as a reason. Not at all.
Well, you can blame it on anything, right? In the end of the day, we still lost, which was unfortunate.
Yeah. Should we move on to another game just quickly?
Well, what happened in the afternoon? We had dance, didn't we?
Yeah, that was all right. We did record that.
I think it was the first time we've ever watched dance in person.
Yeah, for some reason I thought like we watched like a good 3 or 4 different routines, and they were all good. Don't get me wrong, but like some of the song choices, it could have been better. I'm sure like one of them were dancing to like was it Pitbull maybe? That's all right, Mr. Worldwide. I don't mind him. He's decent. Like, he was one of probably the better songs, but there were a few where I just thought it doesn't really match up with the dancing style you're trying to do. But then again, what do I know? You know, I know nothing about dancing. I can't dance whatsoever to save my life.
I think for the audience listening, right, Harrison's basically saying if you put on a bit of Taylor Swift, right, and you just made him go out there and do some like breakdance moves or whatever, he would have outperformed everyone. So that's what he's saying. He's saying he could have done better easily.
Now we're talking.
Yeah,
I can definitely give it a go. I wouldn't say I've done better, but I'll probably cringe myself to a 2.5 minute performance.
Well, talking about people who did cringe themselves to a 2.5 minute performance, what about our mascot?
Oh yes, Felix the bird.
The Phoenix. Felix the Phoenix, I think.
That makes more sense, Matt. Why didn't I think about that? Yeah, that person put on a very good show, didn't he?
Yeah, whoever's under that mask, you know, round of applause to him, or her, because they put on a show, didn't they? They had the whole audience like clapping, laughing,
exactly.
Filming.
You couldn't beat that person's atmosphere, like energy. You know, they did a little halftime show, didn't they, as well, in between a few of the games. Some might say better than Kendrick Lamar, but I'll let you guys decide.
I think a bit far away from Kendrick Lamar with Felix the Phoenix here.
Yeah, we'll do a little poll in the comments. We'll see. Who knows?
Yeah, who's better, Felix the Phoenix or Kendrick Lamar? You decide.
You never know. Felix the Phoenix could be next Super Bowl. That's what I'm saying. That person brought the energy, so yeah, round of applause for him.
Yeah.
Or her.
But no, final game of the day was obviously back to the men's volleyball. But we don't want to cover that again because we have just covered that.
You know, even though we lost, I think one thing that Coventry beat Warwick on was the atmosphere, because the crowd was fantastic, wasn't it? All day long, I would say, especially in those 2 volleyball games. You know,
I think the volleyball games brought the biggest crowds as well.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, there was so much noise, so much loud. I didn't have that much sleep the night before. So
you didn't sleep at all the night before.
Yeah, I might have pulled an all-nighter. I'm not going to lie. Probably bad thing to do. But yeah, I was very tired that day. Those 3 Red Bulls sort of got me through the day. I'm not going to lie to you. I had like 2 or 3. But yeah, no. Okay, I'm not speaking. The energy from our crowd was fantastic. What would you think, Matt?
No, like you said, I think our crowd was by far better. Warwick, they had. I don't even know if they had that many people there. Like, obviously, near the end of the day, cricket had a few people show up.
Oh, a lot of people in ties and suits, wasn't there?
Yeah, I don't know why they're dressing up for cricket, let's be honest. But
not even playing, though.
Yeah, I know. But it's like, volleyball had a few. Volleyball was the biggest crowd. Basketball, I expected more, I'll be honest, because basketball's normally the biggest.
Yeah. No, I think it was just because it was at 11 a.m. Nobody's going to wake up at 11 a.m.
That's such a lame excuse, though. You got to be waking up on time for varsity. You can't have an excuse like that.
Yeah, but the fans are some. You know, it's a long way to travel.
It's not that far.
If you live in Coventry, if you're from a Coventry accommodation, you're not going to travel that far to, you know.
I literally did that.
Yeah, we did that, but you know, we sort of work with them. We do live streams for them. Like that's what we want to get into.
That's a lame excuse.
It is a lame excuse. Don't get me wrong. All I'm saying is, the fans, unless you're a diehard fan, you probably wouldn't do that. That's what I'm saying.
Well, that's what the live streams are for, aren't they?
Yeah, exactly. You know, sit at home. We had some decent views, didn't we? I'm pretty sure. Got like maybe like 50 plus, 80 plus views.
Yeah.
In some streams.
Yeah, but no, we've been on. Just to wrap up the episode, we've obviously been on a whole. Oh yeah, we lost this, we lost that, and all like 35 years losing now. But we did have a couple teams who did well. Obviously on about our table tennis, who I think won.
I love table tennis.
No, you don't.
I love table tennis.
But no, I think table tennis won, was it 10-7?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, yeah.
So we won table tennis, which
was a very
was
good result.
Positive.
Yeah.
You know, 1 win out of how many teams? 19. Take it.
Yep.
And then we got to shout out this team at the end. Women's football, right? We going on, like I said, we've been doing this for 35 years. The women's football team has lost for 35 years. They've never won a game. And, you know, they came in this week. They were losing 2-1 by half-time, and we came back and tied the game 3-3.
Oh, okay.
So,
okay. That's
for
decent.
us, right, that is a win.
I'll tie that all day long.
You will take that as a win.
Exactly.
So shout out to our women's football team for making a tie
and
with Warwick. and table tennis as well for bringing our wins. Obviously, we could have had more, but we don't know.
You know, I was Year 5 table tennis champion back in the day, just to tell you, like, Matt. So maybe I should have been on that down there playing as well. Maybe, who knows? I could have upped the score.
I think you would have made it a loss, I'll be honest.
What, really? No, that's not fair. Always hating for no reason, you are.
Yeah. Well, you should expect that by now. But
Okay,
anyway, just to wrap up the episode, obviously, big shout out to all the sports teams who were there that day, obviously making the event just as good as it is. I mean, we were there, last year? Last year was amazing. We were there this year. Arguably, I'd say this year was better because we did a lot more.
Controversial,
even though we lost more.
Yeah.
Last year, we did win a bit more than this year.
maybe like 2 or 3 games.
2 or 3 more, but, sustainable amount, a reasonable amount difference. And,
it was just a great day out, wasn't it?
It was a good day out, and I think
Yeah.
everyone who went there enjoyed it and had fun. And, win or lose, I think everyone who goes to Varsity enjoys it because, they get a bit of attention from everyone. Warwick students are looking at them. We're live streaming
I took some
them.
decent pictures.
Ish.
I did some really good pictures. Check my LinkedIn. You don't
They were
like my
okay.
LinkedIn
They were
post no
okay
more.
photos. They were okay.
Come on. Whatever. Whatever you say.
But yeah, I think that's the end of this episode talking about Varsity. So, as always, like and subscribe, and follow the Sport Coventry YouTube channel as well because they do some great stuff on there. Obviously, trying to reach 300, 400, 500 subscribers.
Check out our
Growing
live
the
streams.
university.
Yeah, check out our live streams.
We'll be
as
live
well.
streaming for the next few weeks until the year ends, obviously, because we.
The cup final as well is
Yeah, and obviously
Wednesday.
we've got the cup final tomorrow on Wednesday, but
By the time this releases, it's probably not. It's probably already happened, but
yeah. So good luck to our football team anyway. But we hope we win. But yeah, no, that's it from us for today. So thank you. Leave a like and goodbye.